Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. I wanted to discuss one more beautiful thing today. That is how to check whether source folder has files or not. Excellent interview topic. Clear? So many times you create a package, right? And it has to take the data from some folder. So let me create one folder. So let me take some folder. I've created a folder called India folder. I supposed to get some data. What is the data I supposed to get? Let me have some employee data. I wanted to keep it here. Let me take this file data. Okay. Now, what happens? I supposed to get one file data. I got it. Now, the requirement is that check whether the source folder has files or not. If the file exists, load the data from that file, move the file to archive folder by adding a timestamp. If the file does not exist, log the details to a log table. So what they're saying, so every month or every week, you will be able to get a data. So the file name is called employee or a file name is called sales table. Some file you will be able to get it. So what you do, you take all the data from this file, and after that, what you do, you move the file from here. So you cut the file and you will be able to move into archive folder. Archive means old. Archive means what? Old. So you are going to be moving this file to this by adding a timestamp. What is the timestamp? I have processed this file. Let us say September 21st, I have processed it. So again, what will happen after 1 week? You will be able to get one file to this folder automatically. Clear? But unfortunately, the file did not arrive yet. The file did not get it. If the file is not there, if you create a package, what will happen? It is going to be failing, right? It is going to be failing. Instead of that, what the requirement is, check whether the source folder has files or not. If the file is there, you load the data from the file and move the file to the archive folder by adding a timestamp. If the file does not exist, log the details to table. If the file is not there, by default, your package will fail. I don't want to fail the package. I wanted to log the details. Clear? So this is something new I wanted to create. Very, very important one. Let me open development environment, Visual Studio 2017. So let me open existing project. So this is the one. So people would ask you how many packages you have created last 3-4 years. Means you can say have created 100 plus, SSIS packages. And how many reports you have created last 3 years. You can tell them that I've also created some 200, 300 plus reports I have created. And I also work on SSIS. I've also worked on SQL Server queries, store procedures, something like that. Okay, na? So what is the data warehousing size you're dealing with? You can say 5 terabytes. How many reports you have? You can say thousands of reports are there, but I created some 500 plus reports last 3-4 years, something like that. So SSS packages, I'm going to be getting the data. So from a flat file, but flat file is what I'm trying to do. I'll be adding a timestamp and moving the file. So file existence check. Existence. Now, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get the data flow task. Clear? So this data flow task, I can simply go to that file. Which file I'm talking about? Go to the flat file and I can configure and load the data. This is fine. But now, if the file itself is not there, this will fail, right? So before that, what I'm trying to do, I am trying to check whether this folder has files or not. How do you do that? The verification, the checking verification will be done by a .NET scripting task. So I told you .NET we are going to be using for the complex operation. Tell me one complex operation which you have done it. So you can tell them that. So there is a folder. Every month we used to get, or every week we used to get a files automatically from one more .NET application, Java application. Okay. But now, whether the folder has files or not, I don't know, because manually we are not going to go and check, right? So manually we should not do any work. So everything has to be done automatically, whether the folder has files or not. The verification can be done by .NET scripting task I'm going to be using. So in this, I'm going to be verifying whether the folder has files or not. Okay? So who's going to be verifying? .NET can do any kind of an activity. Now I create a variable. So where is the folder path? I will say where I need to look. So I want it to go and string, and the path is called this path, Control C and Control V, and slash, the file name is called employee.txt. Okay. So I have created a folder path or a file path, whatever you name. So where is the file path, folder path you can create. Now D India, the file name is called employee.txt. So this is the file you will be able to get it. So now we need to verify whether this is there or not. I am going to be creating one more variable called file check. Okay, or file existence check. I create, so this will be a true or false. So Boolean means a true or false. You can make it to true or you can make it to false. Anything is fine. So where is the file available? In this file, in this path, the file will be available. Now I need to go there and check whether this file is available or not. If the file is available, I will be able to make it to true. If the file is not available, I have to make it to false. As of now, I am putting it false. So how many variables I have created? 2. So what I'm trying to do, I am trying to do a requirement. So what is the requirement? I need to verify whether the folder has files or not. Where I'm doing, I have taken SSIS. So now in SSIS, what I have done, I have taken 2 variables. One variable where the path, one more variable where I have, first variable name is called file path. Second variable name is called file existence. Spelling correct kada chudandi, existence check. So this will be having a value called false. Okay, this will be having a value called this value, and slash employee dot txt. I have created 2 variables, and these variables are created in SSIS. Variables means these are part of RAM. I told you many times, right? RAM. So these are the 2 I have created. I'm storing some data in it. What I'm trying to do, so after creating 2 variables, I'm trying to drag and drop a script task. What this fellow doing? This fellow is going to be verifying. So file existence check will be done by this guy only. So this guy I'm going to be taking and supplying some variable. What is the variable I'm going to be supplying? So one variable I wanted to supply called file path. This path cannot change, which is read-only variable. Okay, na? So I'm going to be using this variable called user colon file path, the read and write variable. So if the file exists, then it will become true. Otherwise, it will become false. Read only variable is this. Read and write variable is this. So you need to take this. Now you are sending these to .NET and write the script, edit script. Clear? Now .NET I don't know. I will give you the code because I have Googled it. I got some code. Now I wanted to show you the code. Now you have to write the copy and paste the code. I will give you this code. I got it from Google. Because sometimes some code you can easily Google it, or you can ask also your so this is the 3-4 lines code. So this is the code I'm going to be writing. Let me show you what is the code I'm writing. This is the code, .NET code. So what I'm trying to do, declare a variable. So I'm going to be declaring one more variable called X. Clear? So that is the, so according to the diagram, what I'm trying to do, now I am going to be writing a .NET code. What I'm writing? I am creating one more variable. What is the variable name? Variable name is called X. So that is what the step number 1. This is the code. Okay. The first code is called declare a variable string X. Now what I'm trying to do in the second step, X equivalent to whatever be the path that is there. Okay. So let me write these 3 codes first so that you will understand. So now let me take this will be here. I am just modifying the names and simply take this code, and I wanted to go and copy and paste. Now you see step number 1, what I am doing, I am creating one variable. Variable means which can hold some data. The variable name is called X. Diagrammatically, this is X created in .NET. Now what I'm trying to do, X is going to be getting the data from this. The step number 2 will tell you all the data. What is the data you have in the file path? The same data. D India /employee.txt. This is the data. This data you are going to be putting. So step number 2, what will come? The data which is there in the file path is going to go to X. That is what I'm doing, nothing else. That is what is called step number 2. Okay. So X is going to be getting the data from this variable. So what this variable contains? The path. Step number 3, what I'm trying to do. Step number 3, what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to do file.exist will go to X. What is file.exist? File.exist is a function. So check whether file exists or not. If the file exists, return true, else false. So there is a function called file.exist. So in .NET, I'm writing one more piece of code. In that, there is a function. The function name is called file.exist. File.exist. So this fellow will go to X. Where is X? X means you know. So X means this fellow is going to go to X. X means this path. This fellow will go and he will read the complete path. Who is going to be reading? File.exist. What is file.exist? File.exist is a function, which is a program. Function means a program. This is available in .NET. Clear? So this guy will go to this path and verify. So he will go to physically here. He will verify whether India folder has employee.txt file or not. Clear? If it is there, he will return a true, else it will return false. What I'm trying to do, you see. So now when you go to .NET here, file.exist will go to X. If the file is available, now you will be able to get file.exist check will become true, else it will become false. This guy is going to be checking. So actually the verification is going to be done by a function inside the .NET. What is the function name? File dot exist function. This function is going to be verifying and checking to the in that path. If it is there, he's going to be writing a true or he'll be writing a false. So what will happen? If the file exists, this guy will be putting it true. Else, he will be, if the file exists, then true is going to be writing into this. Else false. Else false will come. So actually work is going to be done by the .NET and this guy is going to be writing true or false. Clear? So that is what is going to be happening. Now you see some red mark is coming. The file name does not exist, blah, blah, blah. The reason I will just go up and go up. There is a namespace. You don't understand what is a namespace and all. I wanted to add one namespace using system.io capital and semicolon. So this is a library or a namespace which you don't understand, but you need to add this guy. You need to add this sentence. So this guy is going to be having this one. So it is gone. Clear? So all these things I don't know. My friend told me, Bhaskar, if you wanted to write some code, this is the code. I don't know how to write this code. He only gives simply 3 lines of code. Create a variable and have the file path, and the file.exist function will go to X, and whatever be the variable that you have created, it will become true or false. Now you go up and you add this. It is a, if you write small I capital I, it is not going to work. I'm telling you, it is system I capital. Okay. So I capital, O capital, S capital, U small, everything you need to follow. So this is the code I'm going to be giving. Now you will be able to declare this. Now Control C, I will give you, you can just put this code. Okay, na? So now one more thing you need to have, this one also add in the library. Clear? So this is also you need to add. That's it, nothing else, and semicolon. So once everything is done, save this and go to build and build this. So you need to verify build is started. It is going to be verifying everything is fine or not. Okay. If everything is fine, you will get a build is succeeded. Otherwise, it will fail. Now everything is fine. Now you close this. Now you go here. You will be able to click on OK. Okay. Now this guy is going to be giving you true or false. If it is a true means file is there. So what I have to do if the file is there, I have to go to data flow task. Now I have to connect like this. Clear? So data flow task will take the data from that file. Now let me go and I have this file. Where is the file? I don't have the file here, but let me add the file. Go to soft. Employee file. I wanted to add into the India folder. The file is there. When the file is there, employee, the file is there, it will become a true. So double click on this. So this is going to be verifying and it will write a true. Clear? Everything it is going to be verifying and you will be able to get what none a true. So now what you need to do, you have to write one condition. What is the condition? Go to this, double click on this. It is what is called a precedence constraint. So you need to go write some expression. What is the expression? The expression you need to write dot dot dot. So expression you have to write. So how did I come? So you have to go to this line. This is what is called precedence constraint. You go to the expression. What is the expression? Dot 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 open. If you have a file dot existence check, drag and drop. If it is equals to true, right? If this is equals to true, then only you test it. So test it, everything is perfectly fine. So you click on OK. If that is true, that means the file is there. If the file is there, what should I do? I have to go and get the data from the file. Go to flat file source, connect it to that. Where is that available? It is available source EMP. I have to go to that file. Where is that file located? D drive. Go to India. Okay. Now this is the file, the source file. It is there. Now first row has everything is fine. Now I'm able to get the data from this file. Clear? And load this data. And while loading the data, I wanted to count number of rows. Okay. For the counting number of rows purpose, I wanted to take a row count transformation. Clear? So I wanted to count a number of rows which are going. Now it is going to be counting and putting the value into one more variable. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to create one more variable called number of rows, or I can say row count, how many rows are going. I would like to verify that as well. So there is a transformation called row count transformation, by default 0. Now I go, I wanted to give that count to that variable. For example, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1,000 rows. The 1,000 number will go to this variable. Variable means it is there in the RAM, right? So this is what is called RAM. You have already file path variable, lot of variable, and this is what is called row count variable. By default 0, but if you count 1,000 rows, 1,000 will be there in this. Clear? So now that is only counting. Now all the data. So we'll go to the destination table, OLEDB destination. Now double click on this. It is going to go to company database. Now you can say tabular view fast load. You can create one beautiful table. The table name is called employee underscore some AAA. Some unique name I am giving, employee underscore AAA. Now click on OK. Mappings. Now done. Clear? So this is a source and this is a destination. So destination is what? SQL. And which database? Company. Like that you can give that source and destination is, and if the file is there, the data will be going to this. Now let me save and see what is going to be happening. Let me click on the start button. Clear? If the file is there, it is going to be loading the data. Now how many rows went? 24 rows went. Now you will be able to get the data in this path. So you say use company, go and select star from the table name called AAA. You got some 24 rows. Clear? So this is fine. So I wanted to know if the file is not there. So I wanted to log the details into logging table. So if the file is not there, so what I'm trying to do, I am trying to take one executes equal task. I will put like this. Now I'll be writing. What is that? If the file is not there, that means what? If this one is false, FALSE. If the file is not there, this value will become false, right? Now, if it is not there, I wanted to log into one more table. I wanted to create one table that is called what is called logging a table. I'll say create a table called SSIS underscore logs. Open the bracket, close the bracket. Now I wanted to create one table. Okay. So I would like to have one ID integer, which is a primary key. So primary key and automatic identity. When you say identity, automatically number will get generated. Package name, which package is running? Package name is varchar 100. So not null. Okay? And package execution time. When the package got executed, date and time I'm going to be having, this is also not null. If the package is executed successfully means how many rows count, a row count, rows, count, something like this. I can create one variable. Rows are inserted, so it is integer. So this is also not null. If everything is fine, means there is no problem. Number of rows, if everything is success, then it's fine. If there is a problem, then I have to know what is the package status. Package status, whether it is success or failed. I wanted to write. So let me say 20 package status and package remarks also. So package remarks also. I am going to create one table like this. Okay. So this is my own logging table. I'm going to be creating where in the company. Let me go and verify. When you go to company database, just now I've created a table called logging table. This is the logging table. Already columns I have. Now, how do you insert the data? We have to use a insert statement, right? Insert into table name values. The first value is automatic number. You should not give. Package name dynamically we have to get it. So I'm going to be putting question mark. Question mark means dynamically we are passing. Package execution time get date. So get date means now, today's date. Row count also I'm giving you dynamically. I will supply later. And the package status, if everything is success means, if everything is over, I will say successful. Okay. Now here I will be able to write package is executed successfully. And you close the bracket. So total how many? 1, 2, row count, package status is successful. Okay. Now package remarks, package is executed successfully. So this will be insert statement for the success. Now, what about failure? Failure means it is not a successful, you can say failed. Why it is failed? Because we know no file available. File is not available. No file available in that path. Because why it is getting failed? So this is what is called a failure story. So you will have one question mark. In that package name I need to supply. In that row count, how many rows? 0 rows. Because package is failing, it is going to get this one. Control C. Now you go double click on this. You go to which company? And here you have to put this. But you need to supply 2 questions. So this question is called 0 question. Remember, what is the question mark number? I told you this is 0 and this question mark number is 1. So you know that all the question marks are going to start with 0 and 1. I have to supply 0 package name and row count is the 1 and you will be able to get what? Row count. So I have to do the parameter mapping. Why parameter mapping? Parameter mapping means I'm talking about variables I need to map. So I've given 2 question marks. Click on one variable. In that, so you will be able to get a package name. Okay. Varchar data. Varchar data. Sorry. Varchar data, parameter name 0. 0 means it is mapped to 0. Parameter size, you can give what is the parameter size 100. You can see what is the size. What is the size of this parameter? Varchar 100. So 100 you can verify. You can give 100 or you can give parameter size is -1. -1 is the maximum size you can take. So varchar max. Okay, but you can also give the size. Size means varchar 100 you can mention with this one. So what is the variable name? Variable name you have to assign like this. Which variable I have to map? I have to map package name. See, I have a package name. Package name is input parameter. Varchar, it is mapped to 0 question mark -1. This is one parameter. Second parameter I have to take and row count. Row count, it is a long or anything integer, anything is fine. Long, it is mapped to 1 and -1 means whatever be the size it has, the same size. Clear? Or you can know whatever you want to have, you can have like that. So you can also long or you can also numeric, anything is fine. Numeric is also fine, long is also fine. So it is going to be mapped to 0 and it's going to map it to 1. Click on OK. Now, if any problem, so this is going to be failure log. Clear? Now I can copy this. I can also create a success log. Copy this and Control V. Okay. If everything is over, I would like to make success log also. Success logs, you have to remove this and copy and paste this. Okay. So in this 2 question marks are available. First question mark is called package name. Second question mark called row count, already configured. This is a success log. There is a failure log. Now let me again run the package. When you run the package, so it will be able to get the data. So this package will get a data. Now you will be able to get select star from SSIS logs. You will see one log. So package name is this, execution time is this, 24 rows have been loaded, successful, package executed successfully. Clear? Tomorrow you will be able to get one more package, but whatever be the reason, I have moved this file. It is not there. I have deleted. After loading this, we have moved it. Now, when I execute this, it is going to, it should not fail. It has to log saying that this is not there. So we come to know that this is no more. So you can know it is failed, no file available. So no source file available. So no file available, whatever you give, failed, and rows are 0. Clear? So like that, how many times the package got executed, how many times, what is the rows it is added, and everything you will come to know. This is what is called a logging table that you have implemented manually. Clear? So this is what is called very, very important. After that, what we need to do? If everything is, again, if you run the package once again, it will fail because every time it is not going to fail here, but it is going to be saying there is no file available, no file available, no file available, something like this. Clear? But if the file comes, again, it is going to be loading the data. It may have 24,000 rows or 15,000 rows. And one more thing we need to do, we have to move the file to the archive folder. So how to move the file? Because once it is done, This file should not be there. For example, tomorrow I'll be moving the file to D drive India. So this file has to be, removed from here, and it has to go to archive folder. So by adding a timestamp, clear? So that is also we should implement. That one also we should implement. So what I'm trying to do, the next one, if everything is gone, everything is successful, then I wanted to move the file from file system task. Clear? So this will be moving file to archive folder. So I have to create one more folder called timestamp, right? So timestamp folder. So yesterday we have created one expression. Do you remember? Same thing. String, click on dot, 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 which file? So the file has to go to which destination? Let me take destination path also. Destination path means archive folder. So this is the path. Okay. I have to go to this, but timestamp folder is, let me go. I wanted to go to destination path. Okay. So plus double slash like that. And plus, what is the file name? File name is called employee. Then underscore. Okay. Employee file name. Plus you need to get the get data. Get date, it will give you an error because data mismatch. So you have to go to typecast, then use this. All these things we have done yesterday. Make it to 50. Now, I am writing this, but I would like to use a substring. Open the bracket, read 1 to 19 characters, and I have to use replace also. Replace what? Wherever there is a colon. So there, replace with what? Like this. And after that, I need to get and put .txt. So you will be able to get employee underscore, you will be able to get the date and .txt. This is what I wanted to add. Okay? Now when you click on here, any problem? So I need to put plus and dot also has to go inside that. Like this. Sorry, it is the plus and the dot has to go here. Now you will be able to get like this. See now? So this file will go to with this time and .txt. This is what it's going to be happening. Clear? So now click on OK. Now you simply close this. Double click on this. Is a source path variable. Yes, true. What is it I have to do? Operation. I have to do an operation called move file. Clear? So from where to where I have to move, I have to source file is that. Source file is that there is a user this is a source file path. From this is a destination. Yes. So here destination is timestamp folder. It has to move there, override the file at destination. So I'm going to be moving from file path means from which file? So from file path means this is the file path. From this here, the file will be moved like this. Clear? So now let me delete the data. Let me execute this. I have no data. Now I have a file here, right? So there is a file here. So D drive India, there is a file there. If you go to archive, I will be deleting this. Now let me run the package. Save and start. The package is executed. It is loaded the data. Now you can see the data. Data 24 rows got loaded. You will be able to see one entry here, 24 rows. Now you will be able to go to which folder? Go to D drive. Now you see the folder is coming. Have you seen this? So when it got processed this time. Now you go to India, you don't have any file. So every time you check whether the folder has files or not. If the file is not there, you're going to be adding into the log file. If the file is there, you load the data into the destination table. Then you move the file to the archiving folder by adding a timestamp. People would ask you one question. Tell me one package you have implemented from starting to end. Tell me where you exactly implemented in a file, the scripting task. Give me one example. You can tell them that for verifying the file existence, whether the files are arrived or not. So I wanted to know, because normally manually we should not go there and see, sir, files are arrived. I wanted to execute the package. So manually we should not do. Everything to be automated. Automated means verification SSIS is doing, and loading the data and moving the file and adding the information into the logging table. Everything my package is doing. So they will ask you, tell me one package from starting to end. How did you implement logging? How do you moving the files? How do you use scripting tasks? Everything. Am I clear? So this is one important activity that you should be able to do always. Okay? Check whether the file has data or not. So a lot of things we are going to be discussed, and very, very interesting one. Compulsory interview equations. What is the interview equation? Tell me one package from starting to end with all the steps you have done it. Okay?